got about 11 minutes on this camera left. And that should be enough to show you what I did. So I need you to remember that the whole reason I'm doing this is that I need to learn to weld. So my welds are exactly what you think someone who's welded like 3 times in their life would look like. We got a lot more welding to do, and yeah, you know, one side's better than the other. So okay, here's what I did. So we got let's get down here. Got some welds on there, and I threw a bolt in there just in cases. But we got that hooked up. Got the wheel aligned. We got these welded on. That was the side I did first. That's the side I did second. So, and now everything's hooked up and ready to go. So, I thought, let's give it a test. But wait, we're not going to just test it like this. Let's make it weird. Okay. Don't try this at home. I didn't weld, but I put a crowbar just to hold the wheel straight-ish. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay, it holds my weight. I don't know if these wheels are aired up enough. Woo! Woo! Not bad. Okay. Obviously, this isn't secured, so I don't want to gun it. Okay, don't gun it. Oh, we lost my steering. Okay, well, you guys get the idea. It works and shit. So, whee! Well, let's keep going, huh? I guess we'll do steering next.
Later.
So I've got the frame and I'm doing some thinking here. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to weld these angle irons underneath, kind of like where the heaviest weights are going to be. And so that way, when I build the frame that's going to go under it, I'll have, you know, not only place a weld tube, but something, you know, to keep it, you know, strong up top. I'm going to do rebar in the bottom as well. Not rebar, angle iron on the bottom as well. And that way, we should have a fairly steady base, and then I'm going to do some cross pieces. I've kind of marked that out, so now I'm going to grind it out so we're going to weld it up. Let's do it. Okay, so now we're going to do some measuring again. Make sure everything's right. I'm doing 6 3/4 back from there, and then a 1/2 inch back from here. And we got a cut. I got some littler angle irons, and this one here, the smaller one, I'm going to cut in half and weld half like this and then half like this. And then up here, we'll just get a whole one because I got another small piece. And then with that square tubing back there, we'll work on making some squares. So now let's do the fun part, the welding. So I've welded the things on. I'm not gonna lie, one of them you might even be able to mistake for a weld. It's not bad. Check it out. Let me get some light on this for us. Look at that. Almost looks like a real weld. Not bad, huh? That one, obviously. But we got these welded up. So now it's gonna sit, like this. And we're gonna build some squares out of the square tubing that fit under there. And then we'll brace it all the way to the back from corner to corner. And, oh, I forgot, check this out. They were throwing away some crap at work. And it's full of these steel, they're like light switch covers, but pretty heavy duty steel for like cubicles. And we're gonna use this stuff for bracing. And there's all these little ones like this, Let's see. I was thinking like this one could be used for steering. So yeah, get doing some welding.
3 days later.
We're back at it. And it's Christmas Eve. And this is about as winter as it gets here. Not bad, huh? Got some rain. We have a joke that if you ever need rain, all you gotta do is put baby outside. You know what's weird? Is they've used the term atmospheric river out here a lot in the last couple of years. And I've never heard it before until, last couple of years. And you look it up and they're like, oh, we've been using it since the 80s. No, you haven't. Pepper trees are getting their water. And here we are. So I've got this clamped down pretty tight. Shouldn't go anywhere. We're going to prepare this metal for welding. And I didn't want to have to clamp and grind each one, and I don't have a bench vise, so we're going to do it that way. Don't touch it. So, kind of welded and measured everything up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack weld this on. Probably leave this alone for now. I'm going to weld on the pieces, the uprights here. And then we're going to go get the situational, and we're going to kind of mock set it on here. But isn't this rain awesome? I know everyone else gets rain, but this is our monsoon season, and it's just kind of this gentle rain. You don't get super wet. There's quite a bit of it, but it's not like a torrential downpour. And I've been listening to my non-duty free music that I listen to while I work. John Cougar Mellencamp, the album. Check that one out. Sometimes you forget how good people are. You revisit them and get past the crap that everyone hears, Get into their catalog a bit. You'll be surprised. But let's do a little bit of welding. We got time today. It's Christmas Eve. What do we got? It's 4 o'clock. Yeah, let's do a little welding. Well, what do you think? Oh, yeah. Doesn't look half bad. So we got the wheel, right? Wheel right there. We got steering's going to come down. I'm still going to be able to use the seat. Got a surprise for this, but thinking sick ass sissy bar. All right, come right up here. Little decorative mud flat. Bam. Sissy bar. Bam. Seat. Bam. I think this is going to work out pretty good. It is Christmas Eve, and I am going to go inside and spend some time with Littlefoot Whitney. Don't worry, they got their own hobbies. And I'll come weld this up later. But the only thing I'm thinking is I'm going to do a brace. Like this on each side and just boop. I think that'll be it. I think that'll be all the frame we need. Well, here's what we'll do. Let's go hang out inside, maybe smoke a doob. First we'll get this cleaned up, get the car back in.
Much later.
Okay, I had to switch cameras. Died on me, but so we got the steering. I found a piece in my bag of wonders there, and so now I'm just going to measure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one under, one above, and that should be. Should keep all the steering straight. It's just make sure everything's straight. And we'll just take a measurement. And then we'll make little tie rods. So 9 1/4 inches for my little tie rods. Now I'm just over little tie rods. 9 1/4. Let me write that down. 9 1/4 inches. Let's see. So now we're going to make little tie rods. I'm thinking about doing little tie rod ends and everything. So that way I can give it a little mini alignment. I'll bring you over here so you can see a couple things here. So, I welded. Some of these welds are, kind of looking like welds. That one's good. But then on this side, I ended up bracing it with a little piece there. Yeah, some of these welds actually resemble welds. So, look at that one. That one's pretty legit. That one's not bad. So, yeah, then I just found this little piece here. Well, let's kind of get it mocked up and see if we can't do something about it today. Okay, so now we have the rear wheel attached. And we'll just go get the little brake. You know, we could use 2 washers. The unit mystery washers here. So I was worried this wasn't going to travel enough, but let's see here. Well, it works technically. Okay, well, we got brakes, huh? We got our controller here. We need to mount this somewhere under here. Probably on this side. The handlebars, or the thingamajigs. You may have to drill a new hole for the brake. I need it up here anyway. I'm gonna need it like, up there anyway. Or more. We might have to go left-hand brake, guys. Well, I'm gonna do that like that, huh? Hold that off the net. I'll make sure everything's good before I glue anything down. Okay, and on this bad boy, I'd probably mount it. I'd like it mounted above the ground, you know? No, let's not do it there because of the steering. I'm gonna have to run. Yeah, right there will work. Now we can go, we can stop. And we've got an e-brake. Done. Obviously, I'm figuring out what I'm doing with the C here. You know where this one goes. This one goes right here, I think. Stuff sucks. Think what I'm thinking? Let's try. I want you to remember that I am a professional adventurer, and I don't recommend you do what I'm about to do. I built some TieRods out of some old drumsticks and zip ties. So hopefully that'll do just good enough to move forwards and backwards in the garage so I can test this out without killing myself like last time. I've got the battery connected, got everything ready to go. Okay. The alignment's off, the brake works in theory. Give it the old try here, huh? And we stopped. Check it out. Yeah. Woo. And we got adjusting the seat. Move this up a bit. Oh, yeah. That beaver. This is gonna be perfect. Oh, it might be really bad, huh? Let's go test it outside. Let's go up the hill. My name is Sanford. and welcome to Automotive Villainy.
Oh god, downhill. With drumstick TieRods.
Well, we made it. It does technically work. The alignment's not great, but it got me up the hill. So this should work for a flat parking lot.